Jennifer Lopez, the triple threat. She can act, I'm a professional, sing, I always dream, dance. And as far as grifters go, Jenny from the block could be considered queen.
Jennifer made it known. I'm gonna be enormous. You don't understand how famous I'm gonna be.
She's like the original creep. Not because she moves slowly and carefully in order to avoid being heard or noticed, or because she grows along the ground or other surface by means of extending stems and branches, but because she does indeed seem to be a person who behaves obsequiously in the hope of advancement. Little Jenny from the block had a goal, and she made damn sure she was going to achieve it.
She had a vision in mind, and I don't think she was afraid to make any enemies.
Whatever the cost, and whoever she had to step on to get it. Even if that meant making herself homeless at 18 to become a dancer, or allegedly stealing songs and vocals from black artists and failing to credit them, if you believe this article, which accuses JLO of ripping off the singer Shantae's song If I Gave Love and releasing it as her own hit song If You Had My Love.
JLO and I came out around the same time when her first album came out. And Rodney Jerkins actually came and wrote this wonderful song for me called If I Gave Love. And you know, the Jennifer Lopez song was If You Had My Love. He wrote the same song for her. That was gonna be my next single. And we backed off of it because JLo had such a machine.
Not to mention failing to acknowledge that a lot of her vocals were not hers at all, and were in fact spread between other singers such as Christina Milian and Ashanti.
I wrote a song for her, and I also referenced I'm Real for her, and they left my background vocals on the record.
Mariah says she often sleeps just 3 hours a night. When told Lopez claimed to get 8, Mariah said, quote, if I had the luxury of not actually having to sing my own songs, I'd do that too.
Now, Jennifer has made no secret of the fact that she grew up in the Bronx. She even had a little song about it. Jenny from the block, you may have heard it. But here's a twist you weren't expecting. Singer Natasha Ramos has now come forward on TikTok and revealed that she, not JLo, is the one who sings Jenny from the block. Natasha alleges that she sings 90% of the song, which is basically the entire song, yet was paid a mere $3,500 for it. Every time that song is played, JLo will receive a royalty. This is how she becomes like a multi-millionaire. She's worth about $400 million. Whereas Natasha, who sang the majority of the damn song, got paid less than $4,000 in total.
I'm Natasha Ramos, and I'm the voice of Jenny from the block. The from the Bronx part is me, and it's just, don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still Jenny from the block. Used to have a little, now I have a lot. No matter where I go, I know where I came from. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still Jenny from the block. No matter where I go, I know where I came from. From the Bronx! I wonder if Jennifer knows I got paid so little for all of the work I did on her album. I really hope that she doesn't. I really hope that she didn't. But also, I'm pretty sure she was in the room. So, there's that.
I know a lot of people are blaming JLo for this. Honestly, I don't. Maybe JLo doesn't even realize that it's not her singing the song. Maybe she genuinely thinks that those are her vocals on Jenny from the block. Who knows?
Does she still go back to the neighborhood,
I was
the
there
old
today.
block? You was in the old hood today?
I was in the hood today, boy.
So people could see you going to the corner bodega.
I was getting a slice of pizza. It got a little crazy, I'm not gonna lie.
What do people say when they see you just hanging out on the block?
JLo is fiercely proud of her roots in the Bronx, and rightly so. However, it appears as though some of her neighbors from the Bronx aren't quite as proud of her.
I'm a Puerto Rican woman from the Bronx who went to the same high school as you. I saw your high school photo. You did not have hair like that. And we also both attended an all-girls Catholic high school in an Irish and Italian neighborhood. So you weren't running up and down the block. You know damn well you were sitting next to Megan Farley and Christine Marchetti in class. Why are you lying? Please stop using us to look human. We are sick of you.
Bronx doesn't like JLo. And growing up here, I always heard people call her a sellout because anytime she mentions or comes to the Bronx, it's to sell something. And allegedly, when her middle school Holy Cross asked her for a donation to build a basketball court because the kids were playing basketball on the street, she said no. Allegedly, her Catholic high school, Preston, also reached out for donations and she said no. And so from what I've seen growing up is that people feel like she only talks about the Bronx when she has to make money off of it. And that's fine, but the bigger problem is that she doesn't give back to the community that she benefits from.
There's also rumors circulating that JLO is a mean girl. The internet is awash with people who claim to have had a negative encounter with Jenny from the block.
A celebrity was rude to you.
Jennifer Lopez.
Same, and I'm gonna try to tell them really quickly. 2 stories about Jennifer Lopez being an awful human being. She has drivers. The number 1 rule she has for them is they can't look at her, they can't talk to her, and her luggage is never allowed to touch the ground. If any of those things happen, she will go out of her way to make sure you get fired. Even if you have to look in the rear view mirror while you're driving, she will call that you trying to look at her and proceed to berate you.
When I met one of JLo's backup singers, her and all of the other backup singers decided not to come back because they said JLo was just straight up a mean girl. So we all know that JLo is like not the strongest singer, and obviously she knew that too, and that was like a huge insecurity for her. So she was so mean to her backup singers, and if you were pretty or if you were a Latina, like game over. Like she straight up hated you.
Now guys, I would take all of these with a grain of salt. I mean, literally anyone can get on social media and be like, yeah, I met JLo. She was so rude to me. She was so mean. She called me this and this and this. I wasn't allowed to look at her. I'm not saying that any of these people in particular are lying. I'm just saying you got to take what you see on the internet with a grain of salt. But I do usually find that where there is smoke, there is fire. And when there's that many people coming forward and saying that JLo was mean, I mean, it does make you wonder.
I don't think she was extremely open to everyone.
Kind of a loner and very focused, very, always thinking about what the next move was.
I didn't really know of anybody that was really close with her.
But here's where it gets a little bit odd. JLo claims that growing up she didn't have much. She even had to share one bed with her 2 sisters. Yes, that is 3 kids in one bed, even though by all accounts she lived in a 5-bedroom house that her parents owned.
Their house was nice.
Her father was a computer tech and her mother worked in a school. She attended an all-girls Catholic school.
It was an all-girls Catholic school.
Holy Family was a Catholic elementary school. Jennifer was a great student. She was someone who was very dedicated, motivated, and very ambitious. Jennifer was on the track team, the girls softball team, and during the week she also went to dance classes.
Now, I'm sure the Bronx was a different place in the 80s, but it certainly doesn't sound as though JLo came from poverty.
She grew up in the Castle Hill area of the Bronx. It was a typical middle-class experience.
Hi. I used to live here. Huh? I used to live here. Huh?
What's your name?
My name is Jennifer.
Jennifer?
Yeah, I used to live and my room was upstairs right there.
Jennifer?
Jennifer Lopez.
Who's Jennifer Lopez?
Me. I used to live here.
Also, I'm not trying to be nitpicky here, but it is a little bit off-putting how JLo and her sister pose with the elderly owner of her previous home and then simply walk away without even acknowledging his bloody existence. Like he's some kind of prop. I mean, JLo's worth an estimated $400 million, but manners are free. Then there is the influence that JLo has on womankind everywhere. We all criticize the Kardashians for the negative effect that they have on beauty standards and the way they perpetuate them. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about airbrushing, BBLs, secret plastic surgery. It's a bit of a mess. But in my opinion, and I know this will be a controversial one, but bear with me, I think that JLo is arguably worse for the beauty standards than even the Kardashians. JLo goes to great lengths to ensure that she is seen as like this never-aging, eternally youthful wonder of womankind. The kind of woman that mere mortals could never measure up to. After all, JLo is 54. Yet a quick scroll through her Instagram where she boasts an impressive 253 million followers, and you'd be forgiven for thinking that the woman is in her late 20s. She's all glowing eyes, banging body, and smooth, wrinkle-free skin. Side note, you have to be a special kind of asshole to wear and promote a fur coat in this day and age. Sorry, I'm not gonna mince my words here. When someone actually pays to have an animal slaughtered and skinned so that they can wear their fur as a coat, you don't have to be a vegan activist to realize that that is wrong. It's not that JLo isn't beautiful. She is. Like, she's an absolute stunner. But the way that both she and the media at large use her as this weird representation of someone who is so perfect, someone who has the power of eternal youth, and a woman who proves that it is in fact possible to never age, is quite frankly bullshit. This is JLo in real life. Away from the flattering photographic lighting, away from the Instagram filters, this is JLo in the wild, and she doesn't quite look as flawless and ageless as the JLo we're used to seeing. It's almost like she's a real human being, who although is extremely beautiful, is also 54 and doesn't actually in real life look like a 19-year-old. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with JLo in these images. She's utterly stunning. Wrinkles, skin texture, none of that detracts from a woman's beauty or worth. Beauty does not have an age limit, you guys. Stop trying to fashion JLo as this ethereal anti-aging queen, which makes normal women who do in fact show signs of aging feel like shit. Also, please, can we stop with the celebrity beauty lines? Rihanna, Selena, Lady Gaga, Hailey Bieber, Ariana Grande, JLo, Kylie Jenner, Kim Kardashian. I mean, I think we have enough now. Not everybody needs their own beauty line. And why even bother if you're going to promote your skincare with a full face of filters? This is not what your skin looks like in real life, JLo. Surely this should be considered like false advertising? Promoting skincare with a blurring filter on that is obviously insinuating to her potential customers that her skincare has resulted in her face looking like this? No, my friend, this is not skincare, this is a filter. I just think it's so unfair to promote your products like this and to make other women who are going to spend their hard-earned money when you know full well they're never going to achieve results like this, because this is not real. This is like computer trickery. Sure, it's going to line JLo's already very full pockets, but it is not going to deliver the baby smooth silky skin that we see in JLo's Instagram videos, because you cannot bottle an Instagram filter. It makes me so mad. It's just so rude. Women appreciate seeing other women being real on social media, showing that they've got skin texture, fine lines, wrinkles, that they are showing signs of aging, because we all do. If she went onto her Instagram without any fancy lighting, with her real skin texture, her real face without the filters, I feel like her products would sell out. Women appreciate real. They don't like being lied to. They don't like being made to feel fools. Give us the real JLo. The real JLo is plenty beautiful.
I just had a birthday and I feel better than ever. I'm getting ready. Me, bare face with no makeup, and my JLo beauty products that I use every day. Here, for anybody who's like, JLo doesn't use her own products on her skin. That's not why. I'll call bullshit. There is no filters and no retouching on this video.
Jennifer Lopez is being called out for using a digital filter while pushing her skincare products.
She calls bullshit. Well, I also call bullshit. You can't tell me that there is no filter, like not even Paris, on this video. Come on. And this video, and this video, and this one, and this one, and this one. I could go on, but I won't. I'll spare you. But everything that goes up must come down. And Queen JLo is no exception. JLo claims that her mum was a narcissist, which is very possible. I'm not going to say she's lying. I know plenty of people that have narcissistic mothers. But can narcissism be hereditary? JLo has, after all, invested $20 million into her self-funded projects, including an album, a documentary, and a musical. All about, you guessed it, JLo. Very self-indulgent, I must say. Now, I'm not going to sit here and knock her self-belief. I think it's her self-belief that made her become the icon that she is, that created her success, and I applaud her for it. We all need more self-belief, but to launch not one, not two, but 3 projects all about essentially the same thing, which is herself, I'm confused. Unfortunately, sadly for JLo, it seems as though her $20 million was not well invested, but a liability, because her album has been, let's say, poorly received. It debuted at number 38 on the Billboard charts, which for a superstar like JLo is pretty shit. Most of us in a similar situation would be like, where am I going so wrong? Because obviously what I'm doing right now is not working. What do my fans want from me? How can I give back? Not JLo. She decided to forge on ahead, ignoring the poor album sales, ignoring the mockery surrounding her film and documentary, and she announced that she was embarking on a world tour.
Oh no, she didn't!
Titled, you guessed it, This Is Me. Now, I mean, I'm no career manager, but even I could tell JLo that this wasn't going to work out very well. To make matters even worse, JLo was branded as greedy and out of touch for charging exorbitant amounts for tickets to her live show.
JLo, Jennifer, just looked at the ticket prices for your show. $450? Did you mean that? Was that an accident? I need to have a session with your Delulu coach, because you are... I think you need to go back and listen to your new album, because then you'll be like, oh, I shouldn't be charging people this much. You need to have at least this many Grammys to be able to charge that. That's $100 more than what I paid for Beyonce, and she has this many Grammys.
So Jennifer Lopez concert tickets just went on sale, right? The pre-sale. And you know me, I had to check ticket prices. So I looked. The cheapest tickets they have is $79.95 for the JLo fan club pre-sale, okay? And that's for section 200, all the way up there, okay? And this is for Rosemont Theater, which is tiny. Now, I wanted to check here from F2, This is F2, $1,495 to go see Jennifer Lopez at Rosemont Theater. Pause. Jennifer, aren't you Jenny from the block? Like $79, $80 basically without fees. It's okay, section 200. But $1,500 basically? Stop it.
JLO, attempting to salvage what she could of her world tour, quietly rebranded the tour from This Is Me Now to This Is Me Live, the greatest hits. Still didn't work. She was forced to cancel 7 of the tour dates due to alleged poor sales. Part of me feels bad for her. I'm a fellow Leo. I understand her hustle and her drive to succeed, but you can't claim to be Jenny from the block and like you're so humble and you have these like almost poor beginnings and then turn into this greedy, money-hungry monster that is rude to people. People don't like that.
I think I know where Jennifer Lopez fucked up. After Selena, I truly believe that she liked that feeling of singing and performing in front of people, that she wanted to start her own singing career. Fortunately, she doesn't have the voice. She doesn't know Spanish, so the only options that she had with her voice was hip-hop. Hip-hop, you're not really required to have a really, really good voice. Unfortunately, to be accepted in the hip-hop and rap world, you have to have some sort of history in the streets. Your name has to be attached to a hood, to in this case, a block. So they kind of gave her this image of being somebody from the hood, right? But at her age, she was so young, she really didn't have any history. And now everything's coming to light because now she keeps going back to trying to claim that she's from the hood, but she's not. And that's where she keeps fucking up. Plus, it doesn't help that she has a shitty attitude.